Hello everyone, it's Prajwal Patil this side and you're watching my YouTube channel pyGuru. Friends, in the last tutorial we learned how to add a fuel meter and power up system to our game. Okay. Moving further in this video we are going to learn how can we add GUI and levels to our game. Now GUI stands for graphical user interface. Currently the game that we are working on runs directly when we run the game or run the script. The game starts automatically. Okay. But I do not want that. I want the player to select to play the game, then only he will be able to play the game. And suppose he gets out or the player plane gets destroyed, we want a screen where the player can select to replay the game, or we can display the total score, final score. Okay. So this is a thing that we are going to implement it in the video, and later on we'll be learning how to add levels to our game. Okay. So let's get started. Before adding the GUI part, we have to first of all you have to put some assets to your asset folder. You can just copy it from the resource folder. The link is in the video description. Just download it and copy these assets buttons folder, this fighter plane logo, fighter plane image, then this logo image, then this cloud image. Okay. Now we are going to upload them one by one, use them one by one. So the first thing that we want to use is a cloud image. Okay, so first of all I'm going to load a cloud image here. Let me just copy this line, and here we want clouds. Okay, so let's just type clouds like this. The next thing is we want to resize it as the size of clouds is a little high for our game. So we can resize it like this: clouds img equals pygame dot transform dot scale. Again it takes two things: an image, so the image name is clouds img, and the size, the width, the new width and the height. So my new width and height will be the width will be width, which is the width of our game window, and then the height will be 350 pixels. The next thing is we have to display it. We have loaded the image, let's display it. So I want to display it, and I'll just put it here. Okay. Again, to show an image, all you have to do is you have to show it like this. Win.blip, using the win.blip. We have been using it for quite a while. So win.blip, and here we require the clouds img, the name of the image, and the position where you want to show it. So I want to show it at this particular position, 0,70. So if I now run this, you will see a cloud will be shown on our game window. Yes, so this is the cloud. It is transparent, so this will be like it. Okay, there's no change, and will all the planes and bullets will be visible. Okay, so I think I have added to power up to my player by default. Okay, yes, so everything's working fine. We are getting the fuel, we are getting the power up, all things we are getting. Everything looks good now. The next thing that we are going to add is GUI. Now how to add GUI? Basically the way that I am going to add is I will create three screens for my game. The first screen will be the starting screen where the name of the game and message tab to play will be shown. Then there will be the game screen where the actual game runs that I have just shown a few seconds ago. Okay? And then the final screen will be the score screen where all the final scores and the replay button, home button, all these things will be shown. Okay. So let's see how can we add it. It's very easy to use. We will create variables for this. Okay. My first will be home page. Let's make it false currently. Then game page, and let's make it true. And then the final thing will be sport page. Okay. So this will work as three screens for us. So currently we have made only the game page true. Okay. The next thing that we have to do is we are just going to wrap all the code that we have written for our game under game page. Okay, remember till here, up till here we are just going to indent it. Okay, and we are just going to put it inside game page. So here just type if game page like this. That's it. Now since our game page variable is true, it means this particular all the code that's inside the game page will run. So if I just run this, you will see nothing will happen. Okay, everything works fine. There's no difference till now. But if I make it false, okay, and if I make the home page true, you will see now the game will not run. If I just type like this, if I just run the game, you'll see nothing will be shown. Our screen will be empty. Okay, so we can now work on our home page. So here you have to type if home page. Currently, I'm just going to pass it, and finally, if score page, again I will just pass it. Okay, so now let's work with the home page. So my home page will be, there's the logo of our plane. Okay, and then at the bottom, at the center, there will be a image of our plane, a fighter plane. Okay, at the top there will be this particular image, the logo of our game AeroBlasters, and then the image of this fighter plane. So we have to load these images first. So let's just load it. Let me just copy this line, paste it here and here. Okay, and then we will load the images. So the first image that I want to load is the logo image. So I'll just type it like this, logo, and then it's in the logo.png. That's it. Then you can type fighter, and here we are going to load the fighter.png. We do not have to resize anything. Everything is good for this logo image and fighter image. All that we can do is we can simply display it. One more thing that I wanted to do is I want to create a new color that will be black color. Again, the default value of black color is 0, 0, 0. Instead, I want to pass 25, 25, 25. It will be a shade of gray and black. You can see it. Okay. Now, once again, if home page is true, only the code inside this home page will run. If score page is true, only the code inside it will run. And if game page is true, only the game code inside it, that is the game that we have coded so far, will run. Okay, that's it. So that's all we are doing. So if home page, first of all, I want to fill my window with black color. So win.fill. Again, the black color is not 0, 0, 0. It's 25, 25, 25. Okay. The next thing is I want to show my logo image, the logo of the game. So I can show it like this, win.blit, then the name of the image, which is logo img, and then the position where I want to show it. So I want to show it at this particular position, 30, 80. The next thing is I want to show my fighter plane image. So I can show it like this, win.blit. See, we are not creating any class for this particular thing because we do not have to update our images. We do not have to update our logo. We do not have to update our fighter plane image. We just simply have to show it. That's why I'm not creating any particular class for it. Okay, that's it. So fighter image and then the position. So my position for the fighter image will be width by 2. Okay, minus 50, and then height by 2. Again, I have already coded all these things, so I know where to put, at least for my game. Okay, you can change the position where you want to display it. Width by 2, our width is 288, so it will be 144, its half will be 144. Okay, then we are subtracting 50 from it because the height, the width of our fighter plane image is 100 pixels, so we are just subtracting half of it to make the fighter plane at the center. Okay, that's it. If I just now run this, you will see currently the home page. Yes, so we are displaying the logo of our game and then the fighter plane image. What I want to do is I want to create a circle around this plane. So we can do it like this. Pygame dot draw dot circle. Sorry, PIRCLE. Okay. The first element is the window where you want to draw the circle. Then the color of the circle. So I want to make it white. In the position of the center of the circle, I want to make it at the center. So width by 2, comma, height by 2, plus 50. Okay, this is the position where I want to make the center of the circle. Then the radius you can pass 50, 51. I will try with 51 first. If not works, I will make it 50. Okay, so again 2. 2 is the width of our circle. Okay. If you do not pass 2, the entire circle will be filled. I do not want that. I only want to show the circumference. That's why I am passing 2 here. Okay. So yes, everything looks good. I can even try with 50 and nothing will change. Okay, you can try 55 or 60, whatever looks good for you. That's it. So we have coded the home page part. Now we have to code the score page part. Okay, so to code the score page part, there are few buttons that I want to load. See, inside the button folder, there are 4 buttons that we have to create for our score page part. This is the home button, this is the replay button, this is a sound off button and sound on button. So we have to load these images for our game. So just below here, we are going to load it. So the first image that we want to load is home image. So we can just load it like this, home img. Okay, pygame dot load dot pygame dot image dot load. Okay, and then the position. So my image is inside the assets folder and then the buttons folder. Okay, then the image name. So my button name is home btn dot png. Let's just copy it 4 times. Okay, 3 times more, and this and this. Yes, it's good now. The next thing that we want to do is load the replay image. So we can just type replay here. Okay, replay. Then the sound off. So we are going to load the sound off here. Sound off. Just wait a second. So our next image is sound off image, and the name of our image is sound off. So we can just load it like this, sound off. Then the next image is sound on. So let me just copy it and paste it here, and it's sound on image. Okay. So here my name image name is sound on btn. Here also it's btn. So we have loaded the images. Now we have to make buttons for our game. Okay. So for creating buttons, what you have to do, you have to just go to the source code of this project. The link is in the video description. That is a resource link. You can just download it and copy paste the code. Copy paste the code for button. Okay. So you just to copy paste the code for button. Again, this code for button is available in the source code. You can just go there and copy it. Now I'm not explaining this particular code in this video because I want to make a separate video on the working of buttons. Okay, so I will put a link for that particular video in the description. If you want, you can just check it. Otherwise, it's simply a class. Okay, button. It is from pygame.sprite. It takes two things: first an image, then the scale, then the x and y position. So we have stored the scale in the cell.scale. We have stored the image that we are passing to the cell.image, but at the same time we are just going to resize it like this. Okay, since we are passing the scale. The next thing is we are going to get the rectangular out of it, and then we are just going to make cell.x equals x and cell.y equals y. Finally, we have created a variable cell.click equals false, and here's a special method that update image which takes an image. Basically, what it does is, if you click on the button and if you want to change the image, you simply have to call this particular function. Okay, if you want to change the image, for example, in the case of sound button, if I want to click on the sound button and if it's on, I want to make it off. So I have to update the image. That's why I have created this particular update image. Okay. The next function or the thing is this draw function. It takes a window as an argument and it creates a variable action equals false. Then we are going to get the position of our mouse and we are going to check if that particular position is colliding with the rectangle of our image. If yes, and if you are pressing the left mouse key, which is here, if pygame.mouse.get pressed 0, it means if the left mouse key is clicked and this cell.click is false. Then what we are going to do is we are going to make this action variable true and cell.click variable true. Okay. Finally, if we have removed if we are no longer clicking the left button, we are simply going to make cell.click equals false. Finally, we are just going to return this particular action. We are just going to show the image and going to return the action. That is, if we are clicking on the button, it will return true. If you are not clicking on it, it will return false. That's it. Okay. So that is the concept of button. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to first of all import it. So I want to import it like this. Sorry. Okay, if you want to import in multiple lines, you have to use this backward slash here, otherwise you will get an error. Okay. Then here the button class. So we have imported the button. Now let's create few buttons for our game. So the first button that I want to create is, let me just type button here. Okay, so first button will be home button, which we can create it like this: button equals button. Again, it takes four arguments. First, the image. For image is a home img. Okay, that we have just loaded here. This particular is for home button. Then the scale. I want to resize the image up to 24 by 24. You can change this particular value if you want. Then I want to pass the x and y as width by 4 minus 18. This is my x position, and height by 2 plus 80. Again, I have coded it already, so I know where to place all my buttons. So we have to manually do it. You can change this particular position. It's not necessary. You just copy paste the thing that in the place where I have pasted or put it. Okay. So we have 3 buttons in total. So we have to code for 3 buttons. The next button is this replay button. So here it will be replay button. Replay button. I want to make it 36 by 36. I want to resize it to 36 by 36 pixels. Then you have to write x and y position. My x and y position will be width by 2 minus 18 and height by 2 plus 115. That's it. Okay. The next thing is sound button. So we have to create it sound button. See, by default, I want to pass sound on image to it. Okay. It means by default our sound button will be on. It means our sound will be working or background music will be playing. If we click on it, the sound will stop. So the scale size will be the same, only the x and y position will change. So I want to change it like this: width minus width by 4 minus 18. That's it. For the height, I want to make it height by 2 120. Yes. Here also it will be 120. My fault. So we have created 4 buttons. All you have to do is we have to display it on our screen. Now I want to show these particular buttons on my score screen. Okay. So to check for score screen, we are going to make the home page false, and then the score page equals true. Okay, this way we can only work with one particular page or one particular screen. We do not have to play the entire game to code it. Okay. So here, what we have to do is we have to write the code for score page. Here, the first thing that we will do is we will display the image for our game logo. So first of all, let's just fill it with black color. Windows fill black. So after filling it with black color, we are just going to load our image. So first of all, let's just fill it with black color, and here just in parentheses. Okay. Then we are going to display our logo image, which is win.blip, then the logo image, and you can do it like this: logo img, and then the position. So my position will be 30,50 pixels this time. If I just run this, we will get the score page open for us, and then this logo screen. We are getting some error. Let's see. Okay, replay button. Here's this error, replay button. Let me check what is this. Okay, here it's only replay, not replay button. Okay, name. So let's just try it again. Yes, so we are getting the background filled with black color, and we are getting the logo. All that we have to do is to display buttons now. So let's just go here under the score page and let's draw our buttons. To draw our buttons, you have to type it like this: if home button dot draw. Again, it takes a window as an argument. You have to pass our win here, and here you can just type pass. If replay button dot draw, and here we are again going to pass it. If sound button dot draw, again a window, and we are just going to pass it. Okay. So here, let me just do it. Print home. If I just run this game and if I click on the home button, you will see home will be printed on the screen. If I click, see all the buttons are being displayed. Okay. If I click on home, you can see home is being printed. It's working fine. Now all you have to do is we have to code it. Okay. There are few things that we want to do when we end the game. So first of all, since we have put all the buttons, now let's try to code everything from scratch. Okay. So first of all, what we are going to do is we are going to make home button true. Then we are going to make this code page false. Okay, we will get this particular screen here. What I want is whenever I click on this particular screen here, there will be a message tab to play, and that message I will add in the next tutorial. So what I want, whenever I tap on this screen, the game will start. So we have to code it. So what we are going to do is we are going to code it inside here. Okay, it's very easy. What we are going to do is if home page, it means if home page is true, we have to make the home page false. Okay, home page equals false. And the next thing is false, and here we are going to make the game page true. The game page is true. What it will do, it will make our it will start our game, and we are just going to wrap it all inside the game page. Ellipse game page. We are just going to put it all for inside the game page, because I only want these things to work when we are playing the game. Okay, we do not want to work outside the game. If I just now run this, and if you see, if I just click on the game page, our game will start. If I just click anywhere on the tab home page, our game will start like this. So it's working fine. Okay. So now let's just get destroyed by enemy playing here. So wait for a few seconds, and yes. So now we got destroyed. Okay. So here we have to check for a few conditions. When we get destroyed by enemy plane, whenever our health reaches 0 or fuel reaches less than 10, minus 10. Okay. Here we are going to write if not p.alive. See, we are checking all the collision detections if our player is alive. Okay. So how to know if our player is alive? Basically, our health will be greater than 0. Okay, if it gets less than 0, our player will be dead, and this will, if p.alive will become false. So here we are writing condition if not p.alive, okay, or p.fuel, fuel is less than equal to minus 10. You can make it 0, but I want I want to run the game for few seconds until it becomes minus 10. Okay, then only I want to end the game. Here then, if none of explosion group, see, when our player is dead, our plane will explode. Okay, I want the entire animation first to run, then only I want to end the game. Otherwise, our animation will not be so for our player. That's why we are checking if length of explosion group is less than, it's equal to 0, not 10. And here what we are going to do is simply make the game page false and score page true. False, score page true. But before that, we have to reset all the things. See, there are few enemy planes stored in this enemy player builded group, enemy builded group, explosion group. These all are containing something. Okay, we have to clear all these groups before moving to our score page. So we can just do it. For this, we are going to create a special function, that is the reset function. We will put it inside here. Okay. So let me just type functions here, functions, and here I will type a variable. Here I will create another function, that is def reset. It will not take anything. Okay, we are just going to reset it like this. So here what we are going to do is we are going to make all these groups empty. So let me just copy it. So, Control V. and we are just going to paste it here, and finally we are going to clear it all. If you want to delete all the contents of a group, the method is empty method. You have to call this method dot empty. Then we are just going to modify our player a little. See, currently what we are going to do is, we know that if we are playing the game, it's a possibility that the player is at the left corner of the screen or the right corner of the screen. So I want is whenever we restart our game, we want to make it back to the center. So what we are going to do is, we are going to create another function for this inside the player class, def reset, like this. Okay, and it will take two variables, x and y. We have to just call it, okay, x and y. Sorry, first is self, then x and y, and we are just going to put it all inside this reset function. We do not have to change much. The only thing that we have to do is, we have to create a variable here, self.x equals x, self.y equals y. Finally, we are going to call it self.reset function that we have just created, and we are going to pass two things, self.x and self.y. Now what it will do is, it will reset our player at the center of our screen whenever we call this reset method. So after doing this, all that we have to do inside it is, we have to call this reset method for our player, p.reset, and here we have to pass p.x and p.y. Again, p.x is the cell.x of a player and p.y is cell.y of our player. That is this. These two variables do not change for our player. Instead, what is changing is cell.tech.x. Okay, so cell.x is different and cell.tech.x is different. So everything is good now. All that we have to do is, we have to just reset it inside here. Reset like this. So if I just now run this game, you will see. Oops, sorry. First of all, let's just code it like this. Let's just go to here inside the score page. I want to start replaying the game when the player or the user clicks this replay button. So let's see how can do it. It's very easy. All that we have to do is, we have to make the score page false. Currently we are displaying the score page. Wait a second. Let me just first show you, then only you'll be able to understand it. Okay. So when the player is dead, what will happen? We will start displaying the score page and reset all the things. And so let me just show it once. Yes, it's working fine. Everything looks good. If I just start again, and if I just get defeated like this, I can just get destroyed here. Yes, so everything looks good, and then we got this sport page. Everything good. Now what I want is, if I play this button, we should start getting replaying the our game that you code it. Okay. So for this, what you have to do, you have to just go inside this replay dot button, replay button dot draw. Here we have to make the score page back to false, and we have to make our game page true. False and game page true. Okay, now we do not want this pass button. Instead, we are just going to call the reset function. That's it. And then now let's again try to run the game. Okay, it looks good. Now let's get destroyed by enemy team. Yes, so we got destroyed, and if I click on the replay button, the game starts back, and see the player is again at the center of our game. So everything looks good. Now we have to code for the home button. So for home button, what I want to do is, I want to go to the home page. So what I will do is, I will make the home page equals to the next two buttons. Game page will be false for this, and score page will be false. The score page false. Then we are going to just call the reset function. Okay, so everything is good now. We will not code for the sound button in this particular tutorial. Instead, I will code it in the upcoming tutorial where we will add sounds to our game. finally, let's try to add levels to our game. So to add levels to our game, what we have to do, we have to make plain destroy count. We are going to first of all create two variables. See, there will be in total five levels in our game. What I want to do is, if I destroy five types of plane of a particular kind, I want to increase the level by one. Okay, so what I will do is, first of all, I will create a variable plain destroy count. Again, it's up to you. You can give it any name. We will initialize it by 0. It means no this plane has been destroyed yet. Then and we will start the level variable with 1. Okay. What we want to do is we want to record how many enemy planes have been destroyed by the player. So we are just going to do it inside this particular thing. If p.alive. Okay, and if p.alive here where we are checking with bullet and the enemy group, here we have to check if plane dot health is less than 0. Okay, here it means we have destroyed the enemy plane. So for this we are just going to increase plane destroy count by 1. So plus equals 1. Okay, it means if we have destroyed if the health of the enemy plane is less than 0, it means we have destroyed a particular plane. So we are just going to increase the plane destroy count by 1. That's all that we have to do here. Then we are going outside here and we will check now for level change. So we will just go here and here we will write a if condition like this. If plane destroy count, it means if plane destroy count is greater than 0. Then what we are going to do, if plane destroy count mod by 5 is equal to 0, it means we have destroyed a plane of that particular count. And also we have to check one more condition, and level is less than equal to 5. What we want to do is we want to increase the level of our game. Okay, wait a second. So what we are going to do is we are just going to increase the level by 1, and then we are going to increase the plane destroy count. We are going to reset it back to 0. Okay, so everything looks good now. The only thing that I want to add is how can we change the levels. So here we have to write a thing. So now let's add the levels. Okay, we have checked for increasing the levels. Now let's add the levels actually. What I want is when the level is 1, we will get the plane of only one type. For example, when the level is 1, we will get this particular image here. For level 1, we will get this image, this plane. For level 2, we will get this image. Level 3, this image. And level 4, we will get the choppers. And in the level 5, we will get a random plane from any of these planes. Okay, so we have to code it. If level equals 1, so what I want to do is I will create a variable type and store 1 in it. So let me just copy paste it here, paste it here back, paste it here back, again and again. Okay, there are 5 levels, so we have to code for 5 levels. If level equals 2, we have to make type equals 2. If level is 3, we have to make types to 3. Okay, if level is 4, what I want to do is I want to make a random integer between 4 and 5, because we have two choppers, chopper 1 and chopper 2. I want a random from these two choppers. What I will do is random.random 4, 5 like this. Finally, for level 5, we are going to select a random number between 1 and 5 and store this random variable in the type. So instead of 4, we will select a random number between 1 and 5. Finally, instead of manually passing 5 here, we are just going to pass the type variable. Okay, so that's it for this. Everything's good now. The only thing is we have to reset few things when we click the replay button or the destroy or home button. So we are just going to do it inside it here. Here, what I want to do is if the player plays the home button, I want to make the plane destroy count equals 0 and level equals back to 1. However, if the player clicks the reset button, I only want to make the plane destroy count equal to 0. That's it. That's all for this tutorial. Now if I just run this game, everything should work fine. So here we have got our game running now. And let's check here. Yes, so when the level is running, we are getting this particular image. It's working. We are able to get the fuel like this. And yes, we have destroyed 5 things till now, and yes, the level is changed. Now we got to level 6. Yes, so everything works good. So this is it for this tutorial, guys. If you love this video, leave a like or a dislike. If you are new to my channel, subscribe it. Thank you. See you in the next tutorial.